Good morning, dear students. I, Vijayalakshmi, your teacher of English, welcome you all to Rishikul Online School. Today, we are going to read Part 2, Lecture 2 of Part 1, His First Flight, Fiction 3, from the book First Flight, Class 10th. So, till now, dear students, in Lecture 1, we read about the maiden flight of a seagull. The entire episode deals with the inhabitation and fears of the seagull before the flight and the thrill and joy experienced by him after the flight. Till now, we read that young seagull was very much afraid of taking his first flight because he was not believing on his wings. He had a belief that he would surely fail if he would make any attempt to fly. So now let's read and know what happens next. And all the morning the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him with his coward eyes. The sun was now ascending the sky, blazing on his ledge that faced the south. He felt the heat because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. He stepped slowly out of the brink of the ledge and, standing on one leg with the other leg hidden under his wing, he closed one eye, then the other. Now, here the writer Liam wanted to tell us that his parents, the parents of the young seagull, were very happy to see their children catching their food, swallowing it. On the other hand, they are also sad over the activity, over the timidness, over the cowardice of this young seagull. All through the next morning, the entire family walked on the big plateau on the opposite cliff. They appeared to be jeering at him for his cowardice. It appeared to the young seagull that they all were taunting him for being so weak, so timid. As the sun ascended the sky, the young seagull started feeling hungry. Why? Because he had not eaten anything since the previous evening. He tried to attract his parents' attention by pretending to sleep. Still, they took no notice of him. His brothers and sisters, dozing on the plateau with their heads hidden in the neck. They all were looking, they all know clearly that he surely had certain problem. But they did not pay any attention towards the young seagull. He saw his two brothers and his sisters lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their necks. His father was preening the feather on his white back. Only his mother was looking at him. She was standing on a little high hump on the plateau. Her white breast thrust forward. Now and again she tore at a piece of fish that lay at her feet, and then scraped each side of her beak on the rock. The sight of the food maddened him. How he loved to tear food that way, scraping his beak now and again to wet it. Now, dear students, he tried to attract his parents' attention by pretending to sleep. Still, they took no notice of him. His brothers and sisters were dozing on the plateau with their heads hidden in the necks. But Nobody paid attention to him except his mother. She was eating a fish that lay at her feet. He was mad with hunger and wanted to tear that food away from her. He repeatedly sharpened his beak, signaling his mother to give him some food. She, in turn, was in no mood to help him. Still, she picked a piece of fish and flew closer to him. She did not give it to him, but withdrew the moment she came close. It was as if she was trying to tempt him. She was trying to make him realize that how much hungry he is and he should do something. This surprised the baby seagull, mad with hunger. Now see what he did. Now we are going to know and discuss some strange words with their meanings. The first word is herring. It means a soft-finned sea fish. Next is devour. It means eat quickly, or you may call it swallow. Next is cackle. Laugh in a loud or harsh way. Cowardice. Lack of bravery. Ascending the sky. The act of rising up through the air. Preening. To tidy and clean its feather. Hump. A rounded raised mass of earth or land. Scrapped, it means discard. So after this we'll meet and discuss the next part of the story in lecture 3. Till then, be safe. Thank you. Have a nice day.